I remember the night the sky spoke to me. I was still a boy, still small enough to be afraid, still young enough to listen. The storm arrived without warning. The wind came first, then the silence, then the light. Lightning tore across the sky, not once, not twice, but again and again. Each strike illuminated the world. Each strike revealed something hidden. Each strike lasted only a moment, but the moment was enough. Because in that moment, I saw something others did not see. I did not see destruction. I saw power. Power without wires. Power without limits. Power waiting to be understood. My name is Nikola Tesla, and I was born during a storm. On July 10th, 1856, in Smiljan, a small village far from the future I would one day build. My mother understood me first, though she had never attended school. She possessed a mind of pure invention. She created tools to solve problems, not with theory, but with instinct. From her, I inherited imagination. From my father, I inherited discipline. He was a priest, a man of words, a man of order. He believed I would follow his path, but my path was already chosen, not by decision, but by vision. Because my mind did not behave like other minds, I did not imagine things. I saw them clearly, completely, perfectly formed. When I closed my eyes, machines appeared. Not fragments, not incomplete ideas, but finished creations. They rotated, they moved, they obeyed laws no one else could see. I could test them, break them, repair them, all inside my mind, and I realized something terrifying. My mind was not showing me fantasy. It was showing me reality, before it existed. As I grew older, these visions became stronger, more frequent, more demanding. They did not ask permission. They arrived fully formed, relentless. I could not escape them, so I stopped trying. Instead, I listened, because the future was speaking, and I was the only one who could hear it. But vision alone is useless without courage, and courage requires sacrifice. So I left everything behind: my home, my family, my certainty, and crossed the ocean to America. I arrived in New York in 1884 with almost nothing. 4 cents in my pocket, clothes worn thin by travel, and a mind filled with impossible machines. The city was alive, loud, restless, electric, but the electricity it used was flawed, weak, limited, temporary. And at the center of it all was Thomas Edison. He was already powerful, already respected, already shaping the modern world. He believed in direct current, electricity that moved in one direction, electricity that weakened with distance, electricity that required endless stations, endless copper, endless control. But I had already seen the truth. Alternating current. Electricity that moved forward and backward. Electricity that could travel vast distances. Electricity that could power the entire Earth. When I met him, he saw usefulness, not vision. He gave me problems, difficult problems, endless problems, and I solved them, not slowly, not painfully, but instantly. Because solving problems was not effort, it was recognition. The answers already existed. I simply revealed them. He promised me $50,000, a fortune beyond imagination, if I could redesign his generators. So I did. I worked without rest, without complaint, without hesitation. When the work was complete, he laughed. He told me I did not understand American humor. In that moment, I learned something far more valuable than money. I learned the difference between invention and power. Power does not reward the future. Power protects the present. So I left. Not in anger, but in clarity. Because progress does not ask permission. Progress replaces. What followed was not glory, but humiliation. I dug ditches in the same city I had come to electrify. My hands bled, my body weakened, but my mind remained unchanged, still seeing, still building, still waiting. Because truth does not expire. Eventually, someone listened. George Westinghouse. He did not see me as a threat. He saw inevitability. He believed in alternating current, not because it was safe, but because it was right. Together, we began building a new world. But Edison would not surrender easily. He began a war, not with weapons, but with fear. He electrocuted animals in public to convince the world alternating current was dangerous. He turned invention into spectacle, science into theater, fear into strategy. But truth does not disappear under fear. Truth waits. And eventually, truth wins. In 1893, the Chicago World's Fair illuminated the night, powered entirely by my system. Light flooded darkness, not in one place, but everywhere at once. And the world saw not Edison's electricity, but mine. Years later, Niagara Falls fell under human command, its power captured, harnessed, transmitted across miles, across cities, across civilization. And in that moment, the future became permanent. But my greatest vision was still ahead. Electricity without wires. Energy transmitted through the air, freely, endlessly, equally. I began building Wardenclyffe Tower, a structure unlike anything ever attempted, not meant to power one city, but all cities. Not meant to enrich one man, but all mankind. Energy would flow freely across oceans, across continents, across the earth itself. But free energy threatens control, and control resists extinction. Investors withdrew. Support vanished.
not because it could not work, but because it would end ownership. The tower stood unfinished, a monument not to failure, but to fear. Years passed. The world moved forward, powered by my inventions, but forgetting my name. Others became symbols, while I became shadow. This did not disturb me, because recognition is temporary, but contribution is permanent. I continued working, alone in quiet rooms, surrounded by unfinished futures. And then I met her. A pigeon, white, fragile, innocent. She visited me every day, not out of need, but out of choice. She understood me, not my inventions, but my solitude. One night, she came to my window, weak,
Dying. I held her. And in that moment, I felt something I had denied my entire life. Loss. When she died, a light went out. Not in the room, but in me. And I knew my work was finished. Not because I had stopped, but because the future had begun without me. In January 1943, my body stopped in a quiet hotel room, alone. But I was never truly alone, because every light that turns on, every city that breathes, every machine that lives, still carries my voice. I did not invent electricity. I revealed its potential. I did not create the future. I saw it first. I was Nikola Tesla, and I became the lightning. I lit the world.